Jim Golden seeking revenge over John Gray for turning on him last week. Jim is wound up tight. He's ready to go. John Gray shaking his finger in his face, and that might not be a wise thing for Mr. Gray. This one should be a real snapperoo all the way. And now it's Jim Golden working on a tired John Gray. Jim Golden has landed several vicious haymakers. I don't know how Gray is still on his feet. Jim Golden working on him with the reverse headlock. Picks him up. Oh, look at that. Boy. He really has soaked up the punishment as John Gray holding a kick out. He kicked him out at the count. Plenty of time. This has been a seesaw battle. First Gray on top, then Golden. But in the last minute or two, it's been running mostly in Jim Golden's direction. John Gray fighting back, still has plenty of fire left. Not as much as he had earlier. Both men have soaked up an incredible amount of punishment. It's been a tremendous match. And now John Gray comes out fighting. Caught Jim Golden a little bit off balance that time and managed to get a throw in to put Golden on the floor. Jim Golden kicks out, plenty of time, no fall. Boy, what a match this has been between two very big enemies. Two men who really have it in for each other. No question about that. Look out. Again, Jim Golden working on John Gray, who seems to be just a little bit the worse off of the two as far as physical condition goes. He seems to be a little more tired than is Golden. But really, it's hard to say. They're both young. They're both very strong, in good shape. Golden has things going his way right now. John Gray being hemmed in against the ring post. Jim Golden getting in some good solid punches. Now the referee's in there. Look out. The referee's right between them. Jim Golden, look out. John Gray put something on. There's a win for Jim Golden. John Gray with the referee tight between the two men. John Gray came up with some glove, some sort of a black glove out of his trunks, used it on Jim Golden with a vicious right to the face. He felt like he'd been poleaxed. The referee saw what happened and instantly stopped the fight, giving the decision to Jim Golden on a disqualification. John Gray looking very unhappy, almost assaulted the referee and is threatening to do so now. Golden still on the floor. He took a tremendous right with that Wade glove, whatever it is. Now John Gray going after the referee. He has him. He's hitting him. Golden still on the floor. He can't help him. John Gray working on referee with Golden still out on the floor, and Tommy Marlin's in trouble. He's blood showing on his head. Golden has opened the gash on the face of referee Tommy Marlin. And there are only three men in the ring. Jim Golden is helpless on the floor. Marlin on the floor now as John Gray has things his way. Tommy Marlin coming out of his shirt. He's going to take on the referee. And he's going to take on John Gray, rather. And look at him, working on John Gray. Out on the floor goes John Gray and Tommy Marlin right after him, battling around the ring, heading toward the dressing room. Tommy Marlin took all he could take, yanked his shirt out and went after. Yanked his shirt off and went after John Gray. But the winner, there you see him by disqualification, the winner in this match, and a tremendous match it was, Jim Golden. Gray and the referee still fighting up on there by disqualification.
Cage, you can see as Austin Idol and Tommy Rich battled out. Well, right here he has Kevin Sullivan's brother. Scoops him, slams him, and he is trying to put Kevin's brother out of wrestling again. Kevin comes in to help out. But
Phil, he did break his leg earlier, and he did put him out, and now he's got the figure 4 on him, the Las Vegas figure 4 on him. And as you can see, Kevin Sullivan's brother is in a lot of pain.
Kevin can't come to his help. He is injured there, and Idol taking care of Scotty McGowan, the referee, and still applying that pressure to that leg of Kevin Sullivan's brother. Looks like he's trying to break it again, Alan.
Sure is. And Kevin is out of action. He can't come out and help his brother. I'm sure he would, but he just can't get up off the floor.
And he is still inflicting plenty of punishment. And Dowd, the referee, calls for outside help. And Idle will not release that leg, and he finally does. And there you see some help from the outside coming in. And Tommy Rich on the outside, too. Battling away with Austin Idle on the outside.
Mr. Sullivan, I know you've watched Kevin wrestle hundreds of times, and you've seen your younger son wrestle also, but here's a case where a young man's career was stopped dead in its tracks, and Kevin even admits that possibly his brother could have been a better wrestler than he has been.
Oh, I think his brother was on the way to be a better wrestler, a better all-around athlete than Kevin, but Austin Idle with his vicious hold has ruined my son for all kind of athletics for the rest of his life, and he'd have to be rehabilitated and go into another type of work. Austin Idle is a very vicious person and is not a credit to wrestling.
Mr. Sullivan, you had mentioned to me before we started filming this that the fact that you're not really anxious for Kevin to wrestle Austin Idle.
Right, because I think Austin Idle is a barbarian and a throwback to a very vicious type of person.
Well, thank you, Mr. Sullivan. And Kevin, so it's now out in the open, the fact that Austin Idle did, in fact, damage your brother's leg severely, and that the fact is he will not be able to wrestle ever again.
Well, that's getting back to what my father said. I know the reason why. Maybe he's afraid to say it on TV because this goes across the country. And I heard what he's told you. He said that he lost one son to Austin Idle and can never wrestle again. And that he's afraid he's going to lose another son. He's lost one son to professional wrestling, and I'm lost to myself right now. I have such an obsession now with Austin Idle, it's not going to matter to me if I stay in wrestling 15 years and if I don't get this guy. I have to prove something to myself, something to my father, and something to my brother, that you can't quit. You can't give up.
Down. Kozo and Von Steiger both a bloody mess. Danny Dusick making his way onto the apron into the ring, trying to get things settled down. Tommy Rich puts Sam Bass down. Danny Dusick shoved aside. Again, Dusick in there trying to settle things down. He waves for help. He's calling for help. It's a free-for-all in that ring right now. No one paying any attention to the referees.
Undoubtedly, he stopped the match. Outside help being called in. We can't see yet who's coming. It's Norvell Austin. Norvell Austin making his way. Jerry Bryant is coming. So is Jerry Jarrett. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Get him. All kind of action breaking out in that ring. All of the wrestlers have been called in, it looks like. Jerry Jarrett in there. Dennis Condrey. Norvell Austin, they're just trying to stop it. Jerry Barber trying to hold back the wrestlers. It's a free-for-all. Danny Dusick calling for more help. Von Steiger is absolutely covered in blood. Sam Bass is shoved aside by Von Steiger. He's going after Tojo. That's his target. Tojo Yamamoto going after Von Steiger, paying no attention to anybody else. These two are having it out. More wrestlers coming in, trying to hold them back, just trying to separate them. They're in there like mad dogs. Everybody in there. I don't know how this is going to turn out. I know the match was stopped long ago, but the battle is raging.
A rabbit chop and an elbow now to the back of the neck. Fargo in trouble on his knees. Fargo now in trouble as Roughhouse enters the ring. And Roughhouse Fargo slams the referee to the mat. Pounds away at Crazy Luke Graham. Now at Don Duffy. Once again, the referee knocked down. This match now, I can see it getting out of hand. Jackie Fargo with a chair into the ring. Roughhouse Fargo blasts away with a chair. Hits Don Duffy, hits his own partner. He hit Jackie Fargo. Roughhouse Fargo hitting Luke Graham, and now hits his own partner once again. Hits Don Duffy. I believe both men have been injured by the chair. Yes, Don Duffy, I see, has been cut. He is bleeding. And Luke Graham also bleeding. Both men bleeding. Excuse me. Both men bleeding as Roughhouse Fargo continues to punch away at Luke Graham. Now back to Don Duffy. Grabs him by the hair, shoots him through the ropes and onto the floor. The bell has sounded, but the action continues. Roughhouse swings at his own brother, Jackie Fargo, and Fargo bangs away at the head of Luke Graham. Here at ringside in Nashville, Tennessee, his head a bloody mass. He really has split. A bad cut on Luke Graham's forehead, blood pouring from the cut, which I believe he received after he was hit by a chair. Luke Graham cut badly, leaving the ring now, headed back for the dressing room as Fargo